Hey there, so I know it's winter and the Gilmore season has already passed, but let's discuss my favorite show anyway. Today, I'd love to rank my favorite seasons from least to most favorite, and I'll mainly focus on the plot and the character development that I personally enjoy throughout the season. So, let's get started. My least favorite is season 7. The whole getting back with Christopher is so nonsensical. The episodes were terrible. The marriage was a lame idea. I didn't like it, honestly. Chris is so immature. We have the guy who defined a family as.
Me and
You
Rory.
don't even know what a family
It's
is.
people living together.
No, it's a big commitment. It's
And the
responsible.
guy who judged his ex for leaving Gigi when he wasn't even present in Rory's life until Christopher returns. And even then, Lorelai had to acknowledge that this biker is Rory's dad for her to know. I mean, now he's a responsible guy. The whole storyline was boring, whether he was responsible or not. Not only that, but it really disrupts the dynamic that Gilmore Girls was known for. Throughout the storyline, the stories didn't get woven together like they were in earlier seasons. It's like a bunch of spin offs being put together. We have Luke and April, Lorelai and Christopher, and Rory and Logan. They weren't blended together. They were just annoyingly separate. It starts getting a bit better after Amakaya Kirimi Roar. I love this Lorelai and Emily interaction, but honestly, it was unbelievable. Like, is this really Emily's reaction after Lorelai's divorce?
I mean, look at you. For all these years, you've done very well without a husband.
Maybe so.
Maybe because it was so unpredictable or out of character from Emily. I don't know. Well, anyway, these episodes leading to the finale were better. The stories get blended more, and Bon Voyage got that sweet feeling of the earlier seasons. But was it a good closure? No, not at all. Overall, to me, it's a forgettable and sometimes an unwatchable season. Next on my list is season 4. Why? I loathe the Dean storyline with a passion. If I start talking about it, I'll never shut up. To make the long story short, Rory was the ultimate anti-hero this season, or sometimes even the villain, from developing romantic feelings with a married guy to fat shaming the ballerina. However, the first 3 episodes had this season 3 charm, and I liked them. And god do I get emotional every time I rewatch the Lorelai's first day at Yale. It was so sweet and relatable. After that, when Dean starts showing up more often after chicken or beef, I personally couldn't watch it without getting the ick. I mean, I get what Rory might have felt like during this season or during this storyline specifically. I mean, losing someone who was semi supportive.
Excuse me, it's about Harvard. I forgot.
I mean, someone who calls when he says he will. I mean, they had this conversation in season 3.
You were really lucky with Dean. He was an exceptional first boyfriend, and you got spoiled. Most of us didn't have first boyfriends like Dean.
So I get it, but at the same time, I don't really support the whole love triangle with his wife. I liked Luke and Jess' interactions this season. Liz and TJ's wedding was an interesting episode. Also, I think Jess and Rory's conversation this season was so crucial for his character development. It was good that he tried, communicated, and respected her decision. Luke and Lorelai's relationship build-up was not boring. Yes, it was long, but I liked how they started, and then it had to be followed by this.
Dean came over to borrow something.
Yeah.
Next on my list is season 5. That's when Luke and Lorelai's relationship really starts to take off. But honestly, I don't know why the sparks felt like they just faded away. Like the relationship isn't terrible, but it's not as sweet as it used to be. Also, I really hated their breakup in the middle of this season, and I had to endure Chris' childish behavior that episode. I am so over him, so I'll just move on.
Please!
Rory is my daughter. Mine.
Rory and Dean's affair starts to appear unreasonable to them. Their breakup is bitter yet important because they finally understand that they're not meant to be. Logan was the most interesting this season. I love you, Jump Jack. I loved him as Rory's boyfriend throughout the season. Their relationship mirrors that of Emily and Richard, and Rory starts to lean to her rich background more, which negatively influenced her. I don't really hate Mitchum for what he told Rory. Rory showed her abilities of being a personal assistant more than a journalist, especially during that internship. She couldn't get this feedback and improve from it, which further proved his point. Dropping out of Yale due to this isn't incomprehensible. To me, it's when she was really burnt out and couldn't see the point of what she was doing anymore, which happens to every gifted child at some point in their academic or creative journey. Next is season 6. The only reason behind that is, to me, everything that led to Let Me Hear Your Balalaikas ringing out. Rory's burnout is more explored here. You can see her leaning to be like the new and improved Lorelai, just to get the reason why her mom left that household. I love that she got a job and proved Mitchum wrong by the end of the storyline. Also, I can't talk about season 6 without mentioning this scene. To me, it's like the best scene in the entire show. I love it so much. It was like her wake up call for action after being numb for a couple of months at that point. It was like the catalyst, but not the reason why, because just as we know him, he was like flunking out in high school, and now he's a writer and finally got his life together when hers is literally falling apart. Now, I don't like that Lorelai cut her out completely, but I think it was essential in Rory's comeback. Anyway, the season starts getting less and less entertaining after this, especially after April appearing out of nowhere, Lorelai sleeping with Christopher. It was a hot mess that led to season 7. And to my top 3, I start with season 3. That's when the show was still charming and Rory was still not that much of an annoying character. Everything about the season is enjoyable and nostalgic. We got killer episodes like Application Anxiety, Dear Richard and Emily, Let the Games Begin, and those are strings, Pinocchio. I like how Rory and Paris are more frenemies this season. I mean, like in episode 1 where she helped Paris with her first date with Jamie, that was so adorable. This season and season 2 have my favorite study scenes. I mean, the line that I love quoting every time I study.
Who cares if I'm pretty if I fail my finals?
Oh,
I think season 2 and season 3 are where we see the best version of Rory, the academic, the reader, the daughter, and the friend. Also, like, this is the last season where the town people are really distinct and distinguishable. Each had their own quirky and adorable, sometimes cartoonish persona. After the season, they started becoming more and more blended and uninspired. Again, this is how I see it. And I don't really like Dean that much, but god, do I hate the dumpification arc, if that is even a word. I get that they wanted Rory to get with the misunderstood bad boy reader, Jess, but did they really have to dump down Dean in order to do so? Also, Jess was a terrible boyfriend. I get the chemistry, but god, was he terrible. I mean, this line alone.
That was when I was trying to get you. I now have you. That means I don't have to go anymore.
You're serious?
That was a heart attack.
Is a walking red flag. I have mixed feelings about Here Comes the Sun. No, not this one. I mean, I thought it was a direct reference to the Beatles, but they changed the U to O. I mean, anyway, to me, Windward Circle was an unnecessary spin-off. Sure, I wanted to see Jess navigate his life until he got it together, but by visiting his estranged father? I don't know, it was confusing at best. My second favorite season is season 1. It had a great introduction to the characters, it was entertaining. I mean, one of my favorite episodes was Kill Me Now. With this cliffhanger, it was an interesting way to show the dynamics between the Gilmores early on. Everything in the season was sweet and blended. I love Dean here, and I don't know why there's always a bad boy who has to be there to cause a rift between Rory and Dean. I mean, it all started with obnoxious Tristan. It's funny how he left just 4 episodes after they introduced bad boy number 2, Jess. Anyway, they were cute in Rory's dance till star-crossed lovers. Anyway, I love it, it's comforting, and my favorite episode is episode 2, because I just get as sentimental as I get watching the Lorelai's first day at Yale. My unpopular opinion is that I like Max more than I do like Luke this season. To me, the relationship was adorable, but I get the weirdness of it. She was still confused about love, and I understand that. And my favorite season ever is season 2. I mean, remember when I said that I liked Max in season 1 just a couple of seconds ago? Well, not anymore. The relationship moved so quickly with the daisies, the engagement, and it was all a stupid move. It all got ruined when they didn't take their time. With that being said, I'm not a fan of the first 3 episodes. And then Rory and Dean's relationship starts to become more annoying as Dean starts to become more whiny and needy and dumb just for the sake of Jess, I guess. Just like that, the new love corner starts.
She likes Jess, doesn't she?
Every episode here is interesting and well written, even the ones that I didn't personally enjoy. It was the ultimate comfort show during the first 3 seasons, especially this one. It showed the best of Stars Hollow and its residents in episodes like A Tiskit Tasket, Did Uncles and Vegetables, and of course the Bracebridge Dinner, which to me is the best Gilmore Girls episode ever. All in all, this wraps up my ranking for the seasons. Thanks so much for watching. I tried to make this video as short as possible because honestly, I am not a big fan of long form videos. I mean, I had an entire rant about Lane, but I'll save this for another video. Anyway, I enjoyed this show so much, and please, if you want, share your thoughts in the comments. And please remember, these are all my personal opinions, so please don't be mean. And yeah, thank you so much again, and bye.